Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for July 12th to 24th. For July 12th to 16th, we have this ridge here over Alaska that would been bringing the heavy, very high temperatures will continue to weaken. We have a trough here over the northwest, and we have a ridge that's forecast over the Rockies with a progressive flow across the northern U.S. The models are in agreement with this. Now, one thing that we're watching, the National Hurricane 2 is watching, is this trough of low pressure that's over, that's now emerged over Alapiche Bay, is forecasted to generate a tropical system at the surface. There's some uncertainty on where this low will track, but the latest models take the track slowly westward over very warm waters and will intensify as it does so. And the forecast models have shifted from the northeastern Gulf southwestward, and this means that it will try to miss the connection with the eastern trough and continue to drift westward, probably towards the southwest, towards portion of Louisiana. And this system will pose a heavy rain threat for areas along the central portions of the western Gulf Coast and points northward. We're going to look at this. We're going to go forward. This is 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. Here's the low. It has a closed circulation according to this. It's at 10:12. That's the GFS. Here's a European. European is slightly weaker, but generally the same. 10:13 over the same spot. We're going to jump a little bit. Then we're going to go to 8 p.m. tomorrow. And the GFS has a 10:10 low. And the GFS has a 10:11 low. Then we're going to go to early Thursday morning. Here's a GFS. This has a 10:10 low. And now the GFS also has a 10:10 low. And you can see the areas of rainfall, pockets of heavy rainfall here. Looks like most of it stays offshore during this period, but then we'll go to, we'll say, 8 p.m. Thursday. This is the GFS, and this has it looks like a weakened some, or no, a 1005 low. And the European has a little slightly stronger, a 1000 or a 1004 low. Here is heavy rainfall, pushing rainfall here. Inland, lighter rainfall, but the heaviest rainfalls are here. And if you look at the GFS, same areas. Then we'll go ahead, we'll say 2 p.m. on Friday. And we have a 1004 low. This is GFS. Still the rainfall is still offshore. And then we'll go to European, and it's a little stronger, a 1002 low. Again, the rainfall remaining offshore and to the south and southeast of the center. And we go forward into time. And then it looks like it wants to make landfall maybe early Sunday morning, and then begins to spread the heavy rainfall to the north. This is the GFS, and kind of dissipates. And then we'll look at the European. It's mostly confined to heavy rainfall across the middle and lower Mississippi Valley. Okay, getting to other weather. We'll keep an eye on this. Getting to other weather. A strong ridge will persist over the southern Rockies and Four Corners, while Eastern Pacific Trough drifts towards the west coast. Energy ejecting from the Pacific Trough will become embedded in the progressive flow along the northern border, and locally enhanced rainfall may be possible over the northeast with a system late this week while the northern plains and the Mississippi Valley may also experience heavy rain as another front arrives. Okay, for July 15th to 19th, the flow remains generally unchanged. A ridge is forecast over the Rockies, progressive flow across the northern U.S. with above normal heights. Our ridge is just about gone as we go through the period and replaced by a trough as we go further into the period towards the end. So the models are good agreeing with this. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting a small area below normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting numbers at 2 to 4 degrees below normal, and then we have above normal temperatures forecast for the remainder of the nation, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 2 to 6 degrees above normal. For precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation for the coastal areas of the Northwest and Southeast and Lower Mid-Atlantic region, and across this region. And the probability of occurrence is 35 to 55%. And in the written forecast, this part was omitted, but I'll put that in as we go through the forecast. We're expecting below normal precipitation here. And for portions of the Rockies and the Plains, the probability of occurrence is 35 to 40%. Looking ahead to July 20th and the 24th, a trough is forecast over west central Canada, western and central portions of Canada, and a broad ridge is forecast across much of the country. You can see it here. So models and the flow remains progressive across the northern U.S. and the models are good agreement. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures for a small area here in the Northwest, and I'm forecasting anomalies near 2 degrees below normal, and then I have above normal temperatures for the remainder of the nation, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 2 to 4 degrees above normal. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here and much of this area across this region, and I'm forecasting the probability of occurrence 35 to 40%, and then we have below normal precipitation for the Great Lakes region into the parts of the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, and the probability of occurrence is 30%. That's the long-range weather forecast discussion for July 12th to 24th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.